Do you want to know one of the most desirable neighborhoods in all of Tyler, Texas? Well, in today's video, we're going to talk about Hollytree, so stay tuned. As always, thank you for checking out our channel. Our newest video today, we're going to talk about the Hollytree Country Club community. But first, if you haven't already, we would love for you to subscribe to our channel. That way you get all notifications as we drop new videos introducing you to East Texas. Also, we want to remind you that we are your friend in real estate. So if you have any questions about that process and what it would look like to make Tyler or East Texas your home, we want to be that resource for you. So please don't hesitate to reach out with any questions. You can email us, text us, call us, whatever works best for you. We want to hear from you. We also have a great Facebook community moving to East Texas. That's a wonderful resource to connect with others that have already made the move to East Texas or others who are thinking about it. That way you can have all your questions answered from somebody else who's already made that move. All right, so I think there's three big reasons why Hollytree is one of the most popular areas in Tyler. First and foremost, it is about location. The number one rule in real estate is always location, 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 and Hollytree is simply prime Tyler, Texas real estate. Additionally, if you're seeking that country club lifestyle, Hollytree is great. It's been around since 1984. It is an established country club, established members, lifestyle, activities, events, things like that just make Hollytree a very desirable place to live. And finally, I think there's just a little bit of status involved with living in Hollytree. You tell somebody that you live in Hollytree and it's just known to be a great neighborhood. It's known to be an expensive neighborhood. It says a lot about who you are within the community sometimes by living in Hollytree, just because the home prices are very expensive to live there. All right, so let's talk about location. Like we said, the number one rule in real estate is location. Where your home sits is going to be the biggest factor in determining how much your home is worth. Hollytree sits just in between Old Jacksonville and Broadway, literally the two biggest areas of growth in Tyler on the south side of the loop. So you're literally in the heart of the growth as Tyler expands, and that's going to be reflected in the prices, the appreciation, all that. Your 5 minutes to Target, your 5 minutes to Fresh, 5 minutes to Hobbies. So any sort of activity or thing you need to do in South Tyler, Hollytree is super central to all of it. You're not going to be very far to get to anywhere, less than 10 minutes to get to the new shopping center. You're 18 minutes to get to the hospitals and 18 minutes to get to downtown. So all in all, Hollytree is kind of just right in the middle of all South Tyler's growth. And because of that, people want to live there. And that's going to be reflected in those prices as we talk about when we get into some of the real estate. All right, so another reason people like Hollytree, it's going to be the country club lifestyle. They enjoy the community of a country club, all the events that are going to be there, whether it be holiday events, frequent and weekly dinners, Saturday and Sunday brunches, to where you can go meet with other members of the community, have that sense of community, but all still being in Tyler. You know, a lot of people like to have places that are easier to meet and hang out with your friends, and Hollytree, being a country club, offers that. People can take their golf carts, go to the clubhouse, get a quick bite to eat. It also offers golf. Golf is one of the biggest draws of Hollytree for a lot of people. And the course is actually really nice. It's not one of my favorite country clubs here in Tyler, just because honestly for my game, it's a little bit tougher. It's a little bit tighter. It's got a few more turns, so it's not quite as driver friendly. However, it's a phenomenal course. You do have you have a bigger membership at Hollytree than you do at the other two country clubs. And because of that, you're just going to run into it being a little bit busier from time to time. So it's just not going to be able to be played as fast as say maybe the Cascades or Willowbrook on the right day. But overall, it's a phenomenal golf course. They do a great job taking care of it. And a lot of people just are very familiar with Hollytree because of the notoriety that it has within the community. Additionally, you're going to have all the same things that you've got at the Cascades, like tennis, pickleball, a pool, those kind of things that make it just having more activities to do at the country club. Like we talked about earlier, they always have events for holidays, whether it's watching fireworks on the 4th of July, a Thanksgiving Day lunch where they serve guests and things like that. It's a great place to host events, whatever it may be. It offers what most country clubs are going to offer. So it's really going to be about your taste and location. If you're comparing, say, the Hollytree Country Club versus the Cascades Country Club, or wanting to live within the community, you're going to kind of be deciding more so about location, I think, because the amenities and whatnot are very similar to me between Hollytree and the Cascades, but Hollytree offers prime location. We've talked about in the previous video on the Cascades that the downside to living at the Cascades is really just the location of it. Hollytree does not lack a good location. It's really prime, and because of that, it's just super desirable. All right, we are going to take our first tour. Let's go check it out. So we're at 1596 Maple Circle in the Legacy Edition, just outside of Hollytree, but for our purposes, it's the same area. We've got a new listing by Patio, brand new construction, listed at $1.342 million. It's got 5 bedrooms, 4 full bathrooms, just under 3,900 square feet. It does a great job of blending a contemporary and traditional look and finish. They do a great job. It's a little bit unique, but let's go take a look. All right, now one of my favorite features of the home is this great kitchen. It's wonderful in its simplicity, but also just the colors, the finishes. You've got great storage off the island there, a really big, massive counter. You've got high-end appliances here. I like the wood aesthetic. It kind of gives it that more contemporary, but everything is very simple. You've got clean lines. I like using the stone countertops as the backsplash. You've got very simple shelving, simple handles. Everything is just very discreet and minimal, which is just a really great look in this kitchen. You've got the brass fixtures here. Again, just a really nice touch, yet subtle and simple, but it just all blends together very well. Now you've got a really big living area, as you can see. You've got the slate fireplace. Here, you've got a lot of natural light off the backyard with the glass doors out there and here. So you've got a good sized patio. You've got a built-in here, lots of great storage. But again, this dark stone fireplace just kind of gives it a little bit more of a modern contemporary vibe. You've got your dining area here, and what it probably doesn't capture in the video, this is a really big space. It's really nice. You could fit any size table. It's not gonna press into your living room and create too much, or condense that space. You also have this little area in between here that kind of make it a great room. That's really gonna be more of a pass-through way. You've got a cool staircase, not traditional, but again, it's something, with the different molding, the colors and things like that, they do a really good job of blending that. So just off the kitchen, you've got what's basically an office. It could be a bedroom, but would probably function better as a closet. However, it is attached to a full bath, as you can see here. Really nice little space. You've got a full tiled shower. It's kind of got that stone look. Here, little Butler's pantry area with a separate fridge and whatnot there. You've got a good size laundry room downstairs, and this is one of 2 laundry rooms. Lots of counter space, plenty of room to store things and just have, additional storage. This would be your mudroom area right here. As you can see the bench there. Now let's go check out the master. So we're going into the master suite. It's a really great room, great natural light, good enough size. You do have vaulted ceilings in here, which is a really nice feature. And then off the hallway entry, you've got a really phenomenal master bath. I like the colors. I really love the simplicity of it. There's not a lot going on, but what is here makes a statement. I like the little tile, the wood look tile piece above. You basically got floating cabinets here and here. You've got a great little makeup stand area to get ready. And then you've got a wonderful shower in here. Not massive, but I like the colors. It's kind of like a soft brass, just very subtle. It kind of brings out a little bit of the brown in the tile. Overall, just great. You've got natural light from the window right here, which is nice. And then we will go back out into the bathroom to where you can see the closet. So again, a really nice closet here. One of the nice features of this one is you've got these cool little shelves that allow you to store things up high, and then you just grab the handle, pull it down. So if you've got a need to store things up there, it's definitely an option. You've got this great built-in chest of drawers here, which is nice. Tons of storage, allows you to kind of keep with the simplistic nature of it. You don't have to clutter up your bedroom with more furniture and things like that. Again, I really like these fixtures. Now we're gonna go back outside, and one of the things about this neighborhood, you do have to have an iron fence where basically it kind of limits your privacy, but one of the ways you can address that is gonna be through landscaping. Eventually those trees will grow to where you really can't see in the backyard. One of the nice things about this lot is it's actually pretty big. It sits on the corner here, so you're gonna have a bigger yard than most of your neighbors. But you can see it's a really great neighborhood. All this stuff has been built within the last few years. It's just a really nice spot, an awesome area out back for entertaining. They've got the built-in fans to kind of help keep it cool. You've got speakers built in as well throughout the house. You've got this little pass-through window just off the kitchen as well, which allows you to give things to your guests very easily. But overall, it's a great backyard with a great house. All right, so the third thing I think that makes Hollytree very desirable is simply status. I think saying that you live in Hollytree carries a little bit of weight to a lot of people in the community. It means you've had some success. It means that you're able to afford a nice home. You're going to have a larger home, have a more expensive home. And for some people, that's very important. I don't think you should move to Hollytree just for the status of it, but I do think there's a lot of homes in there that fit people of a certain earning potential, perhaps, whether it's you work as a doctor or you're a successful business person, you do well in a lot of different areas of life. If you can afford a house in Hollytree, it just says that you're doing well. And for me, that's a big draw to a lot of people. They like the status of living in Hollytree. And being from Tyler, I understand the status that kind of comes with that. So when somebody says they live in Hollytree, it's just kind of an indicator that they've done well for themselves. Additionally, kind of fitting into that idea, if you have done well for yourself, Hollytree is a massive community. So there's a lot of homes in there. And because of that, if you've done well, you may want a bigger house. You may want a more expensive house. And Hollytree, being the biggest of all the expensive neighborhoods, is simply going to have the most options. If you're looking for a house north of 3,000 square feet, there's a good chance there's a lot of them available in Hollytree. 4,000 square feet, Hollytree is going to have options. So anything like that, Hollytree is just going to be a landing spot because of the size of the neighborhood with homes that are of that price and that size. All right, so one of the biggest indicators of the desirability of Hollytree is going to be reflected in the price of real estate. Now, so far in the last 12 months, there have been 47 homes that have been sold in Hollytree. They've got an average price point of $825,000 and a cost per square foot of $222. So to enter into the average home in Hollytree, you're going to pay somewhere around $825,000. Now, not every house is $825,000 or north of that. You have houses that sell for multiple millions, but you also have some that sell, north of $500,000. So that number is going to be simply an average, but it gives you a sense if you're looking at Tyler and the average price of a home in Tyler is around $315,000. When the average price of a home is say $825,000, Hollytree is very expensive. Now, when we look at that comparatively to say the rest of Tyler, this year or in the last 12 months, the average price is $367,000, like we referenced, and at only $166 per square foot. So the price per square foot, which I think is just a very general indicator of the overall value of a home there, you can see that Hollytree is very expensive. North of $220 a foot is more than some of the most expensive new construction in South Tyler. Additionally, the average size of a home in Hollytree is 3,750 square feet. So you can see that they're just bigger homes, and bigger homes lend themselves to higher prices because when you apply that price per square foot, even at an average number, is going to exceed that average price because the home is just simply bigger. Now, I want to do a quick comparison and let you look at, say, a random year that I picked, 2018, which was kind of pre-COVID. We had kind of been on the upward swing looking at the community of Hollytree and the rest of Tyler. So in 2018, the average price of a home sold in Tyler, Texas was $235,000, which was around $102 a square foot. So pretty good prices. We haven't seen those kind of numbers in a while. That was about 6 years ago. But when you look at Hollytree, that number was $480,000 average price to get into a home in Hollytree and $130 a square foot. Now, the important part is we're going to look at a comparison and see how much that has changed in each part of those areas in Tyler and Hollytree. Because when you're making an investment for a home, I think something you want to consider is the amount it's going to appreciate, and that is going to be solely based on the location. So Hollytree, being a very desirable neighborhood, has appreciated 72% in the average price. So going up from $880,000 as an entry point up to $825,000 as an average entry point is a 72% increase. Homes in Hollytree have gone up 72% in the past 6 years. And I realize COVID kind of skews that, but that's a significant number. When we look at Tyler on the whole, the average price being $235,000 in 2018, all the way up to $367,000 is only an increase of 56%. Now, that is significant growth in a 6-year period regardless. That's almost 10% a year. And because of that, that's wonderful. But when you look at the two comparatively, Hollytree has become significantly more valuable than the homes in the rest of Tyler, at almost a 50% clip difference than, when looking at say 56% to 72%, it's, probably 25-30% increase over the rest of the city. All right, we are going to take our second home tour now. Let's go check it out. We are at 2623 Oak Alley, brand new construction, just outside of the Hollytree official community, but basically the same area. You've got just under 4,000 square feet, 4 bedrooms, 5 baths. You got a pool. Again, brand new construction listed at $1.62 million. It's really an incredible home. Let's go take a look. All right, so as you walk in, 4,000 square feet, obviously really big. You're not cramped in any of the spaces here, but you've got a lot of unique features that you don't see in a lot of other new construction homes. So if we look out in the living room here, it kind of blends. You've got darker gray walls, which is one thing. We do see that occasionally, but you've also got gray trim, so it kind of creates a darkness throughout. You've got stained concrete floors, good sized living room, a lot of stonework throughout the house, which kind of has, like, not being an architect guy, you know, a little bit of a medieval feel, especially with these light fixtures here, the use of the beams. Should be 14-foot ceilings in here, 10-foot ceilings in the kitchen. And then you've got the kitchen kind of carrying that dark theme throughout as well. You've got a dark slate, dark stone, countertops here, plenty of counter space, plenty of storage. This area itself is not huge, but you've got a ton of counter space on this side of the kitchen as well. It kind of leads to an office area back here. As you can see, lots of built-ins, which is very nice. You get a pretty good sized pantry. But looking out from the kitchen into this living area, super nice. You got the dining area just off of the living. Really cool common area here. Great use of windows throughout. Lots of natural light in this area. So as we kind of go to this side of the house over here, you're gonna have kind of a secondary living, the master space. You also have a half bath right here, which is one of those 5 baths. You got 4 full baths and a half bathroom. Then you've got this space right here, probably best suited as a large office. It could be a secondary or more formal living area. You'd have some options here. It could be a bedroom, whatever you kind of feel is appropriate. You do have storage space for closets here, in there. And then off of this room, you're gonna have probably a golf cart type storage here. You could obviously put a car, but this would be a space that you could park and then get out pretty quickly, because you do have that big driveway area, lots of concrete out front of the home. Anyway, you got a great little space just off the master. So let's go check that out. So in the master suite here, again, continuing the use of great natural light, dark colors, really great ensuite here. Nice fixtures. Really great countertops, just maintaining that dark aesthetic. A really cool glass tub, and it's not even a clear glass, it's kind of like a darker, and it's not real glass, but it's a clear, you know, tub, which is pretty cool. I do like the shower as well. Not massive, but it's a great shower. Good use of browns in there to kind of tie in the rest of the home. So if you like closets as big as a bedroom, then this one's gonna work for you. Lots of great built-ins. And it just continues to go and wrap around. You're definitely not gonna be short storage here. You could absolutely put like an island or something here in the middle. That would make this area, you know, if you needed additional space, there's plenty of option for it. You've got plenty of outlets to plug things in here. Again, The ensuite is really nice. So when you're buying a house for $1.6 million, one of the finishing touches you would expect to have is a pool and a great outdoor space. Well, this one absolutely has a phenomenal space. Let's check it out. So you can see the master there. You've got the little breeze, kind of a courtyard type feel here off the main entry there. But you've got a great pool, a lot of privacy with the trees, a decent sized lot as it is. You've got a phenomenal little outdoor space, fireplace, completely finished, great stonework. The ceiling's phenomenal out here as well. And then you've got a great spot to cook. Over here too, sink, built in, great little outdoor kitchen spot overlooking the yard. It's actually a really big space. It's phenomenal for entertaining. You're not gonna run out of any, room for people to come outside and hang out. But again, one of the best features, honestly, is on Oak Alley here, you've got really only a handful of houses, so traffic is pretty minimal, and then anything else is going to be blocked out by those trees in the back. Just make it a really great backyard. All right, so just off the kitchen, we've got another guest bedroom we're going to go check out now. So through this area, you have the bedroom there. You also have great storage, garage, and then additional storage underneath the stairs here. Then we'll go into the guest bedroom. Good size, not incredibly big, but not small. It does have its own ensuite, which is very nice. Again, kind of keeping the theme with the darker colors here. A nice wood look tile in there. And then you've got your closet here as well. Good size, lots of area to hang and store stuff. And then coming back out here. So also just off the kitchen area, you got your laundry room, not massive, but you got a lot of counter space, great storage in here. Do love the colors. Again, if you're into the dark look, this house does a really great job with it. All right, so upstairs you've got two more bedrooms, each with their own ensuite. We're gonna go check those out. So a pretty small landing area here. You've got bedroom number 3. A good bit of space in here. You're gonna be able to put a bed, additional furniture, have room to kind of spread out. I like the bathroom quite a bit as well. Simple mirror here. Utilizing some of that smaller space here as the roof curves that way to put in the shower in the bathroom. And then across the landing, you have the 4th bedroom as well. This one's a little bit smaller. And the closet is actually in the other bathroom. A little bit different setup in here. This is a bigger bathroom here. Got a full-size shower with this one. And a little bit smaller closet across the way, right there. That is actually attic storage there. All right, so as you can see, Hollytree is truly a great community. It's reflected in the real estate prices, and to me, that's always an indicator of desirability. The more expensive an area is, the more desirable it is to live there. For whatever reason that may be, whether it's the location, the amenities, the status of living there, whatever those whatever reason you may find that you want to live in Hollytree, a lot of people do want to live there. You've got great homes, big homes. You've got a diverse style of homes in Hollytree additionally, which makes it, that much better. So if you've been thinking about a move to Tyler, you're looking for a bigger home, you have a bigger budget, Hollytree is absolutely someplace that should be on your radar. If I were going to invest, I think Hollytree is a phenomenal area to invest in just in terms of general appreciation, because the desirability of the community is not going to change. One, because they're continuing to build out in it. They've stretched further west towards Cumberland and east as well, building out south. So you've got new construction happening in and around Hollytree currently. And because of that, it's not going to change in terms of people wanting to live in Hollytree. If you haven't already, we want to remind you to subscribe to our channel. That way you get all the newest videos as they come out. Additionally, if you have any questions, leave us a comment. We would love to hear from you. As well, if you've been thinking about making a move and have questions about Tyler, Texas real estate, please don't hesitate to reach out. Leave us a comment, shoot us a text message, shoot us an email, give us a call, whatever it may be. We would love to hear from you. Additionally, check out our Facebook group, Moving to East Texas. It's a great place to meet other people thinking about it. Until then, we will see you in the next video.